All right, okay. Welcome to the After School Writers podcast. I am Fallen.
Hi, Fallen.
What the You have to introduce yourself, Dias. You can't just say hi.
I know,
I
right?
don't know. It seemed natural for the moment. I'm Dias. Dias Penguin.
I'm Lid.
And I'm Soup Man. Supreme Soup.
And today we're gonna do a very special podcast. It's not about fan fiction today. It's about tier list today. Yay!
Yeah, everyone likes a good tier
Everybody's
list.
favorite.
I
This
know,
was
right?
partially inspired by there was a Pro ZD video where he ranked all of the Sunshine Girls, or not all the Sunshine Girls, all of the girls. There's an older one where he ranks just the Muse, but this recent one, he did all of them, and we were like, yeah, or I was like, yeah, that's
we'll
cool.
definitely link that video because that's a super good video.
It's a super good video, and it's also half an hour long. So who knows how long this 4-man one will take?
No kidding.
We might end up spending like 10 hours talking about this if we're not careful.
We could get stuck on characters we hate for 45 minutes. We could get stuck on characters we love for 45 minutes.
Yeah, you never know.
And anywhere in between.
So the goal of this, so what we've done is all four of us have our tier lists, our individual tier lists. I've put them into Google Sheets, pulled an average, and ranked them. So now we have a list from 1 to 28, and we're just gonna go from bottom to top, talk about all of the girls in the order that they appear. I don't know if we'll have the list in like a YouTube video or something.
We could like pop it. We could like overlay it on like the YouTube video, and then we'll just put the link in later on, like in the podcast links section or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I'm still not actually sure if that exists on the website we upload the podcast to.
I also don't really use that. I just use YouTube.
I keep mentioning that there's like links, like a links section, because this one podcast I used to listen to had a little link area, but like I'm pretty sure I'm just crazy.
Yeah, so we have a list. We'll post it somewhere.
Yeah.
Shall we get started? Fallen, you want to start us off?
All right. So in our
number 28.
So basically, we're gonna go from the bottom to the top. That's why we did. So from the bottom of our list, we have at 28, Ruby Kurosawa. Yeah.
Sad.
Feels
Very.
Feels
I mean,
Ruby.
her lowest rank is from Fallen.
Yeah.
You
Do you
put
want to
her
go
there?
over where we had them all fallen, like after you introduced them, I guess?
Oh yeah, we can go through that. So I put Ruby at 18 in my list. So by the way, this is out of 28 characters. We have all the main Muse girls, all the main Aqours girls, all of the main Niji girls, plus Shioriko. There's no U on this list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had Ruby at 18, I had Ruby at 18.
Yeah.
And then Lid had her at 20 and Fallen had her at 25, which put her in dead last.
So what made you all put her so low?
Who's gonna start from Dias? Why not we just start from Dias and end up at Soup, man? All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So I actually didn't have her that low. 18's it's definitely on the lower end, but it's not like she's an unenjoyable character. I think her arc in season 2 is always great. But what really kind of just drags her down is just everyone's better, right? She's not a character that I necessarily dislike, which is why she's 18. It's just that there's more interesting people above her.
Yeah. I kind of had the same thing, Dias, for me.
Soup, you go
It's
last.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You
it
fool.
doesn't really matter. As long as we all give our opinions, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
'cause yours and mine
It doesn't really
yours and mine
matter.
are the same ranking.
It's kind of interesting that she's last because it's some of these characters we dislike a lot more, right? But it's just that all of us dislike this one the most.
It's like this is the podcast tier list. So this is like the average, right?
Yeah.
I had the same reasons, honestly. It's like she's not the worst. I had her higher initially, but then I kept bumping characters above her, and then she ended up in 18. And it's not that I hate her. It's just every other character is just I like them more, especially from Sunshine.
All right. For me, I feel that because yeah, like what Daya said a bit earlier just now, I think that it's mostly because there are other people better than her. And I feel that she's a bit bland, if you can call that. I don't know. It's I don't really like seeing her in the anime, I guess. I think, how do I say it? It's just, oh, I just don't know how to treat her well when her character's a bit bland. And like, there's a lot other people in Aqours that like I feel that is way better in terms of what hits me harder. So, you know, that's how I
Yeah,
feel
she
it
doesn't
is.
have a lot of drama around her, right? And that
Yeah,
kind of
Oh,
drags
she's
her
got
as a
some,
character down a little bit.
right?
I mean, her
A
Yeah,
little
song.
just the
bit.
whole like scared thing
I,
really ain't
There's the
it.
scared thing. There's
Yeah.
her whole I don't know, like cute aesthetic.
yeah, but I have to say that Ray Jam Wing is a banger. I like that a lot.
All right, Lid.
Uh, honestly, putting her 20 kind of influenced by you guys when we were doing them. You were like saying like keep her red. So I kind of didn't really care when I was like putting them in, but I definitely gotta agree. Like you just start putting them in, and then you realize other characters are better. You start putting them above them.
Yeah, it'd be what it is.
Yeah, I feel like that's, and like to Fallen's point, where you have bland characters or whatever, that characters you don't necessarily have
Oh
something you
my god, I
super love
just
about
realized
them.
Supreme, the next
What's up?
character.
Oh yeah, two of us have Nozomi
We are
Tojo at
in
27. Yeah,
Do you want to move on to her? I feel like we
yeah, that's
finished.
I was kind of trying to do a little transition there.
Oh, I apologize.
Me and Dias both had Nozomi at 27. Fallen had her at 7, and Lid had her at 19.
Ooh.
So
That's a high ranking Fallen.
Yeah, let's
yeah,
start
there's
with
some disparity
let's start
here.
with you. What do you like about Nozomi? What's got her going for you?
Uh, okay, so basically, I don't know. When I first watched Love Live, when I first got into Love Live around back in July 2020, she was the first character that caught my attention. Not for the wrong reasons, okay? Don't think about it. Don't even think about that. Alright? I don't know, she just has a nice voice to me. She just has a very cheerful personality, and that's really what I like about
When
her.
did you first watch Love Live?
March 2020.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you
Oh,
were
like
13 when
original
you first saw
series?
her.
Yeah, original was March, and then I came into the community in July. But yeah,
Dang.
my first person was Nozomi, obviously. My first favorite person was Nozomi. Oh, and obviously, you know, he changed to who, right? So,
All right, do we want to go in reverse order?
Darius,
Lid,
you
you
can
want to
go
go
first.
next?
Okay, lit, yeah.
Uh, I just put her at 19 because she's like she has her good points, you know.
She's better than
But to
Ruby
me,
in your list.
yeah, yeah. But to me, she wasn't very eye catching to me. Like when I first watched it, I kind of just glanced over her. So, she just like average for me.
When you were rating these characters, were you looking at them in comparison to one another? Were you like looking at it? You're like, Ruby. I don't know. She's good, but she's not as good as Nozomi. Were you comparing it like that?
Uh, when I started it, I actually just started from my favorite, and then I got stuck. I went from my least favorite up.
It's a
I
smart way to
see.
do it.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess it's just us two.
Yep. At 27. All right,
Almost
Dias.
last. Very, very
What's
close. I genuinely find in the anime, Nozomi is so unlikable. She's got this like very smug attitude, which I think can work with a character. Certainly, there's characters on this list that are pretty smug, right? Smugness by itself isn't a detractor. What's really detracting for me was the groping, and it's really been something that like I probably should let go and enjoy because she's got a lot of good points, right? Certainly, the whole mom angle, the whole she wants to help people angle that they should explore in her Snow Halation episode. You know, best song ever.
Mm.
She's got a lot of good points, but I've really never been able to go past the groping, and genuinely, I think in a lot of her scenes, she's just not very likable for me. If there was a character
Yeah,
that I would be like, oh, I hate this character. She would probably be one of them.
yeah. I don't hate a lot of characters. I probably don't think I hate any of them. Just like strongly dislike. And I haven't. I don't know what something about Nozomi. She just has nothing for me.
By the
Like
way,
I don't.
for clarity, this list has 28 girls. Me and Supreme did not rate Shioriko, so
Yeah.
27 is dead last for us.
Oh yeah. I just realized that. Interesting.
So this is
Yeah. I think that
literally
still
both of our
stands.
worst girls.
Yeah, she just does nothing for me. Like looks wise, I really don't like her voice actor's voice.
I mean, I
personally.
like her looks. I'm not going to complain about the hentai that comes out for
Yeah.
her, but
You just have to
You're
go
a
there,
man of
Dias.
culture, Dias. No, yeah, like even like the hentai, just like man, it's got nothing for me visually. I don't like her voice very much. I wasn't a huge fan of her in the anime, like you said, with the groping and like the whole like. I do acknowledge the stuff that with her and Ellie in like season 1 was pretty good, but after that it was just it was all like a one note kind of character for me. So I'm not a huge fan.
all right, let's move on. 26,
Okay.
we have Ayumu. Shall we just
Sad.
keep it rolling, Supreme? Because
Yeah, I can start with Ayamu. I'm sad she's down this low, but
you have her the
there's
highest.
yeah, I have her the highest, and I kind of don't really have a good defense for Ayamu because I don't know a ton about her.
Oh, don't worry. That's gonna be me in like an hour when we're talking about my favorite characters. I'm gonna be like, I don't know why I like her. I just
like them.
yeah.
I just think they're neat.
Characters are cute.
No, I honestly Ayamu's this high for me because I felt kind of guilty. I didn't have a lot of the Niji girls very high. And I think I had to I was picking amongst them, and I'm like, I think I like Ayamu's character design the most, and I think I
You
like
like the
her.
ball? Does it remind you of a loop?
Yeah, it's good. Like it's like Yoshiko Light with the ball,
Wow.
But she's and anime Ayamu would be way lower, but the Ayamu that's in the School Idol Festival All Stars game is written so well that I had to kind of put her in the middle of like 12.
All right, Fallen, go.
Basically, it's 14 because, okay, when I first watched Niji, she was my favorite girl. So
Oh,
that kind of considered into it, and also, yeah, because the anime kind of made her look a bit bad. So, it was like,
is she still your favorite, or has someone else taken over?
yeah,
Spoilers
someone
for
in
Ed.
Niji took over that. So, yeah, it wasn't really
Oh, we'll
Aimu
find
anymore.
out soon.
Not a Yandere fan. Fallen isn't.
Oh
All
my
right, I'll
god,
go
no, I'm
next.
not.
So I have her at 25. So we have it Supreme is 12, Fallen 14, I'm 25, Lid 26 on Ayumu. I had her pretty low. Admittedly, I've watched not a lot of the anime. I haven't seen her focus episode. So maybe if I saw that would change a lot. With a lot of these Niji characters, my opinion probably could be taken with a grain of salt, right? But she was just the least interesting for me, even in the comics, where a lot of people are like, "Oh, she's so funny and great." I read all of her comics. I don't know. She just didn't stand out to me that much. She's not super interesting. It's hard to compare her to like someone like Hanaya, who I think is fairly fleshed out. What other character do I not like? I don't like I. I have I pretty low, but it's not like I's a bad character, right? Certainly, it's like I like her more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at.
I have her lowest only because I take the anime into consideration. Like they ruined her character with that.
How far in the
Didn't I
anime
like
are
her?
y'all, by the way?
I finished it.
Finished it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I'm halfway through. I'm
I'm
watching it with
like
a friend right now.
episode 5-ish.
Yeah, that's about where I am as well.
I really tried taking like the game into consideration, but I really couldn't. The anime just
Dude, the game stories
took
are
over.
really good. All Stars.
they are. Yeah,
I'm not
definitely.
talking about Ayumu specifically. I'm just like the writing in general in the game is really good.
Yeah, I totally get that, Lid, because initially when I had her on here, she was like 20 for me. But then I was like, I really like that side story I read yesterday. Should have bumped her up a little higher. So, all right, who's next?
All right, sounds like we've gotten Ayumu out of the way. We've got kind of an awkward situation here. What the hell am I saying?
Hanayo.
Setsuna is the next.
Nice try.
Setsuna and Hanayo have tied, which I wasn't expecting. So, heads or tails on this one?
There's a couple ties on this list, actually, now that I'm seeing it.
Yeah, it's a couple of ties, but we'll go through that.
Yeah,
As
we'll
you see,
deal with
Setsuna
them.
is lower. I don't know.
Setsuna's lower because of her name. Whatever, we'll start with Setsuna. So,
Yeah.
Look, so Setsuna is in rank 24, tied with Hanayo. Lid has her 25, Supreme 16, Fallen 22, I'm 13. So I'll start off. I really like Setsuna. From the initial song that dropped, if you remember Chase,
Uh-huh.
I really like
Yeah.
that she has this little, like, I don't know if you've watched the music video, but she has this little hand grip thing moment at the beginning. And from there, I was like, God damn, I like this girl. She's fallen off a little bit just because, I don't know why she's fallen off. But, like, genuinely, in the anime, one of the more enjoyable characters I find to watch. And outside the anime, in the All Star story, I like how she motivates other people. I like how her interactions with Karen are. Spoiler: Karen is very high on my list, right? Yeah, just like a genuinely sweet girl. Just wants to watch anime, be a nerd, and enjoy her dreams, right? I like that. I like the simplicity. I like the character.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
I kind of am in the same boat as you, Dias. She's like, she started off pretty low for me because I wasn't really interested in like like her character design wasn't doing it for me as much. But when the show came out and she was in that first episode where they had that crazy good animation sequence for
Yeah,
Chase, oh my god, I watched that and I'm like, okay, hang on a minute here,
it's a good one.
and I started reading more into her stories in School Idol Festival, and I'm like, oh my god, she's kind of sweet. And like I kind of started to warm up to her character design a little bit more. Her voice is amazing, by the way,
Hell yeah.
and like her VA singing in general is just so good. So I think that's why she's 16 for me.
How often do y'all take things like her singing voice into consideration when you're rating these girls?
Not really much. Not much.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that shit. So that'll be a common theme in mine, I think.
All right, Fallen, you're up next, boy. 22. How you feeling?
Um, to be fair, I think there are more characters better than her. I would consider her singing ability, but it isn't considered in this tier list, so I would just leave it at that. Like, I will not talk about singing. It's just about her character. I'm not a big fan of it, I guess. There are more better people than her, and
Was there anything like that bothered you about her? I mean,
no,
you have her
no, not
pretty
really.
low.
It's just like a Ruby case. Basically, people are better than her, but it's not like I hate Setsuna. It's not like she should go and die. No, it's just like it's
Yeah.
just I feel that there are people better.
You just kind of shrug and you go, eh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
One last one.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, she just didn't stand out to me. Her design, sorry to say, but her voice, like, nothing really stood out. She was just
Yeah.
there.
How do you feel about Chase as a song?
I thought it was okay.
I love
Honestly,
melody.
not my favorite.
You're killing me out here.
I love melody better
Goddamn.
though.
The duality of man.
Well,
right
she's
now.
tied up with Hanayo, who I think is
No, she's like
genuinely.
the overrated, hated character or what shit, man.
Yeah, I think like in terms of general Love Live reactions, she is very, very low. She might be the least liked character in all of Love Live.
I don't really get it with Hanyo, honestly. I don't get why people don't like her so much.
Me too.
Well, do you want to start since you
Yeah.
have her the highest at 15?
Yeah, I have. Well, and the problem with the reason why I have a hard time justifying, like, I don't get why people don't like her, but at the same time, I don't get why I like her so much. Because
you see,
as
you
I'm
like her so
sitting
much, you
here-
have her at 15. That's not actually that high.
yeah, I have her a bit in the middle. I used to like her a lot more. She was one of my favorite Muse girls, but since I haven't watched the show in a while, I've kind of like, I know I like her personality and I like what she has with Rin a lot, but and she has a ton of cute moments in the show, but overall, yeah, I think a lot of the reason I have her in mid tier is because she's just kind of like bland, like plain rice.
Ooh.
No pun intended. But
Just like her favorite food.
Fallen,
yeah,
go.
I don't know. Go ahead, Fallen. What's with the why do you hate her so much?
Well, it's 16 on Fallen.
Oh, Fallen's 16.
Oh, is he here?
Fallen, did you die?
He's dead. Lid, go.
Where Heneo, I ranked her as 21. Oh, well, she's right below Ruby. Like, to me, she is technically another Ruby, even though their character, like, arcs are, like, totally different.
She has a lot
don't
of
know.
similarities with Ruby, definitely. So I have her the lowest on this list at 24. It's kind
Don't
of
you like her the most though?
me.
Yeah.
I
Is
have
it
her at
true?
24.
I see you talk about Hanyo like the most.
Yeah,
I
she's
talk
right.
about
You do
Hanayo
talk
with
about Hanyo a lot.
Ruby Writer in the server because I think she's got cute interactions with Rin, and Kotori, or I think like she would be cute with Kotori. Like she's good with shipping because when you have like this shy character, you have like all these interactions that you can do, right? By the way, if you see on the right, I'm pasting what our tier lists are in case you want to compare. But
Oh, thank God, I can't read a spreadsheet.
but yeah, for me, she's not that enjoyable as a character. The whole idol fan thing doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not even really that big of a fan of idols in general, right? And in terms of like
Wait, what? That's blasphemy.
being
What are we doing here?
in
Yeah.
terms of just
Who
like
are
being a
you?
cute character, I don't find her that cute. I find her like a little bit annoying at times. So I have her very low. I have her at 24.
That's fair. Now I wonder if Fallen is dead. Fallen, are you still dead?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, he's there.
What's your mid tier opinion on Hanyo Fallen?
Uh, Basically, I think that she's kind of overhated, but that doesn't mean that I like her like super much. It's just that she in Muse she doesn't really stand out to me that much. But I think she's kind of cute. I think she's very cute.
I agree. I think the character
Honestly,
design is
yeah.
pretty good for
And
sure.
the voice really fits the character, and I really like it a lot.
All right,
Yeah.
this next one is kind of a crazy one to have this low, if I'm being honest. Chika Takami, ranked 23 among us.
Oh ho ho ho
Supreme.
ho. Ho, ho.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
I have
Hold
Chica
on.
She's the
at
only one keeping
2?
her up.
Are you kidding me right now?
I didn't even realize. Wait a minute.
Why is Chica at 2?
Oh, you didn't mean to put her there?
I mean, maybe when I made this tier list, I was having a good Chica day, but like Jesus.
Okay, so if for our list we have Lid and Fallen have her last place at 28.
Yeah, I know why Lid
Supreme
has her in
as
last place.
2, and I have her in the middle at 14.
I can't believe me having her at 2 brought her all the way up to 23. That's awesome.
So you were fighting a real war there. All right,
This is gonna be some polarizing shit.
well, let's start us off, man. Why do you like her? What's going on in the Mikan?
So this is a good time. I'll explain my tier list. I have a lot of Aqua members high up in my tier list, and
Uh-huh.
after Mari, who spoiler is number 1, it's kind of a mixed bag, and I guess I was really feeling Chica that day because she's number 2. The reason I like Chica so much is because her character throughout the story of this anime of Sunshine is so important and so like motivating and inspiring that I really, really like the story they told with her specifically. I like her interactions with all of the characters. I think she is a bundle of sunshine, quite literally. And yeah, I think I really just like her character and her design, like overall, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree. I have her at 14, but honestly, like she could easily be higher. When you get to these mid tiers, I think Supreme, you mentioned this. It's like they're pretty interchangeable between like 11 and 20, right?
Yeah,
So I really like the character. I think she was really fun in Sunshine. She has great interactions. I love her with Yoshiko. Yoshiko's whole episode is one of my favorites, right? And I think
yeah.
Chico's really a driving force in there. I love that, unlike Hanukkah, Chica gets to really like dictate a lot of why people join, and she has like a much more involved role in the story.
Yeah,
And even
she's
outside
really
of that, she's great.
inspiring to the other members, right? And
Yeah,
that's really nice, I think.
yeah.
On the opposite side,
Hey,
you two.
Fallen Lid, which one of you wants to go first?
Late, you can go first, late.
Okay, well, I feel like I've ranted a lot about Chica before. I just don't like her character. Like, I didn't think she was a good friend to Yo. I didn't think she was, hate to
Ooh.
say it, she's not as good of a leader as Hanukkah was.
How do
She
you
just
feel about the
wasn't
Yo
good.
Chica ship?
It's like,
Your best girl and your worst girl.
I definitely don't look at it ever willingly. I'll say that. comes on the timeline, I scroll past it.
That's kind of wild. These two were best friends. They're very similar in terms of like how they enjoy things, right?
And then you look
You
at
would
it.
think that
Yeah.
they would be
I just don't feel like
somewhat
the
close.
vibes are right for them.
Fallen?
Alright, so basically, this Chica to me is a very cliche character, if I might say. Because she, like there's a normal, always there's in like any movie or show, there's this always this protagonist like, oh, come on, let's cheer up and do something good, blah, blah, blah. I think I've seen quite a lot of it and it's just a bit boring for me.
You don't like the trope?
I don't say I don't like the trope, I say I've seen it a lot. And compared to other characters, if they don't hit me as hard, they won't be ranked high.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's a fair
Chica actually like
criticism,
gives
yeah.
up partway through, right? She's like gets really depressed about it.
Yeah, but then after that she's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's continue. Let's just, let's continue cheering up like the normal character she always does.
She gets over it faster than Hanayo, definitely.
Yeah, I can totally see that too, especially with season 2, where there's not a ton of conflict. She definitely falls into like the stereotypical anime protagonist role pretty hard.
Yeah. And then like it's just a bit bland for me. Nah, I can say that
Okay.
this is really bland, yeah.
Alright, I'm starting this off on this next with Emma. She's tied with Ellie. I kind of want to talk about Ellie more than Emma, to be honest.
Okay, how about you talk about Emma first?
Alright, we'll talk about Emma
we'll get
first.
to Ellie, don't worry about it.
So, I have her the highest at 8, and the reason why is I don't know. I just find her a very cute and sweet character. I love her interactions with Karen. The ship is great. And Mama memes rule. Karen being an absolute baby, incredible, right? Top tier meme potential. And on top of that, she's just like, she's just good, friendly, wholesome character. I like her a lot.
That's wholesome.
Yeah, she cute.
Fallen, would you like to go?
Okay, so basically I kinda like this character too. If I'm not wrong, let me see. My Niji stuff, she's ranked quite high. So basically, I mean, I feel that she has a very
If you're
nice
looking at the
voice.
tier list, you have her at 17.
Yeah, I know. Basically, I find her very nice. She looks cute. Her voice is nice. It's just that I think she's a very nice, caring character, but it doesn't really like get me that well. Just doesn't affect me in any way to say that I like it. But now thinking back about it, maybe I shouldn't put her at 17. Maybe I should put her a bit higher. But 17 might be a bit too unfair.
It's hard, man, with all these good girls.
It's really hard, yeah. But
Yeah,
all in all, I like Emma. I kind of like her.
yeah, those are good reasons. I kind of agree with the design wise. Like I like the freckles. I like the cheery smile all the time. But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, not all idols look as
Extremely
clean as hell,
wholesome.
with the face.
I'm the opposite of you though, Dias, where I don't really like her and I don't know why. Like I have her this low and I'm like,
She just didn't stick out for you anyway?
yeah, like on the one hand I get it, but on the other hand I don't really get it, like all the hype I mean. Cuz to me I suppose this is a personal thing, but like I like Hanamaru a lot, and she just seems like light Hanamaru. And it's like, well, if I like Hanamaru, I'll just like her instead of this character or whatever, right? I know she doesn't give off some of the same vibes, but that's just kind of the way I feel. So
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't particularly like her voice. It's too high pitched for me. I think that's really the only like big thing that gets me down for her. Cause I like her interactions with Karen as well. Just her voice, too high pitched.
Do you
Not it.
guys associate her with Karen mostly, or is there any other interactions that you like with her?
I think of her with Karen and
I guess if you have her
Kanata.
low on the list, you're not thinking about her very much,
yeah,
are you?
it's Karen and Kanata, honestly, for me. I see her with those two the most in my mind.
Yeah, and yeah, I see her with Karen because Mark writes a lot and Mark Karen, so that's the only thing I see.
Fan art helps a lot, but yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She has some
Alright.
great fan art. Ellie, Fallen, go. You have her highest.
Tied at 21.
At first, I don't really like her. I think that she's very annoying sometimes. Last time, that was like a very last time. But now, like when I look back at the anime, I think she's really, really a really nice person to see, I guess. It's just I kind of I kind of like, vibe with her. I guess I can a bit relate to her. That's what makes it so high at 7 because I can a bit relate to her. You know, I don't really have
Fallen
a.
wants to stop school idols from existing.
Hey, no. That's not the way it goes. It's just about the a bit much of shyness and that kind of stopping yourself from doing the things you love
I get you.
because it's
I
it's
get
not
you.
like not beneficial towards your own self, but you like doing it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so and I just realized that like her figure looks very nice. So
That is true.
Figured, of course.
That's actually kind of why I have her in a mid tier, is for that reason. Like, I really like her, like, figure wise. I really like her design. Ellie used to be one of my like least favorite characters, but upon rewatching the first season, I'm like, oh, you know what? She was never as bad as I initially thought.
yeah,
Like, I always thought of her as like this evil kind of witchy character in season 1
Mm-hmm.
that turned her opinions on a dime. But when I rewatched it, I'm like, oh, there's more to it than that, and so on and so forth. She's not great because of that still,
Yeah, I
but
think
it's not as clear cut as I once thought it was.
yeah, so I have her at 20. I think that the change is fairly okay in terms of Ellie's motives. I have a lot of issues with that episode, more so in terms of the school principal. I think the idea of a principal trying to meddle with the student affairs to this extent and not allowing Ellie to do stuff, that's kind of a dick move. I didn't really approve of that, but that's not an indictment on Ellie's character at all. I have her this low more so because she doesn't interest me. I think the whole cool aspect is great for shipping. It's not great for my own personal investment in the character.
Yeah, she just didn't stand out to me. She was okay.
She's
Don't
not
hate her, but I don't like her.
Yeah, it's fair. I feel like, because yeah, you look at Lid had her at 24, and it's like you would assume that she would just be vitriolic and you just despise the character, but it's kind of just like whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like 20 to 25 is just like my meh characters. I don't know what to do with them.
Speaking of, I don't know what to do with them. Do y'all want to just like speed run these?
Oh God, I mean, speed run them till how high?
Up until top 10.
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of not fair.
It does feel bad, but like so that's one option. The other option is split it up into two. I know Fallen said he wanted to split it up into two.
We could split it up into two.
yeah, because
I think.
we can consider about Lid's schedule because she needs to go work tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll try and get halfway through this list. We can take our time a little bit more then.
Sure.
All right, so Kasumi.
Let's
I have her
continue.
the highest.
Okay, let's go,
I-
Dias.
I really didn't think I would like this character before playing All Stars. I had a lot of people who were like huge Kasumi fans here. All of the people who play the Japanese version before the worldwide version comes out, they talk about the character, and I'm like, this character is Nico? Well, I didn't really like Nico, right? This character pranks? I don't really like pranks. Prank channels on YouTube suck, right? And so it was just like I was ready to not like this character. And so, when you're in that mindset of like I'm expecting not to like her, but I'm just going to power through it, right? Kasumi is genuinely a treat to read and to interact with, right? She has some fantastic interactions with the main character Yu in the game and even in the anime, right? She has some great interactions in the anime. One of the cuter characters. She has a lot of drive, which I like. She's got the whole like prank cheating aspect, but to be honest, it's more. It just sort of makes her cuter, right? And I like that. I like that her flaws are like something that you can look at and be like, oh, that's nice, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, just like a very sweet character. Caught me off guard how much I liked her when I played All Stars.
Okay.
Lid, how do you feel?
Conversely,
All of you have her actually pretty close. Lid is
Yeah,
18.
Lid, I'll let you go first, I think, because you kind of have her the highest of our low rankings.
Honestly, I didn't like her character.
Oh no.
She
Oh
was like
no.
mediocre for me, but the fact that like she paired with Shizuku a lot, it really brought her up high.
Oh shit.
Like that is the only reason she
Oh,
is
this
number
is high,
18.
huh?
Nice.
High for a character I don't like.
Dang, that's crazy that you don't like her, but the ship brought her up to all
The
the way to
ship.
18.
You can't escape
That's like
it.
Yoshiko. Like, the ships really bring them.
Yoshiko.
Yeah.
Hold on, Lid. I'm looking at your Yoshiko rating and I'm seeing something here.
Actually,
Hey,
not
that's
that
high.
Yeah.
We'll get the Yoshiko. Fallen, how you feeling?
Okay, I shouldn't have rated her at 20. I feel bad for that. I really feel bad. I really feel bad. I don't know why she's that high, but to be honest, I kind of like her character, especially in game where she does interact really well, and but I just feel that her art's not that nice. It's just like another cute girl, like how to say, like it's another like so-called cute girl who's trying to
She
be the
has
best idol.
Katori's
She's
hair color.
basically
Does that mean anything to you?
no, it does not.
Does that not add
She wouldn't
bonus
be at
points?
20 if that's the case, you know. But as I said, I wouldn't want it to be 20. I think I've made a wrong decision. It should be a bit lower, like 18 or 17. But you know, it's like
Oh, you mean higher? You mean higher?
yeah, higher. Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm higher in the tier
Higher
It's
on
list.
the
it's
tier
funny you
list.
say that because I kind of feel the same way looking at how low I have her as
Yeah,
well.
it's just
Like 21.
I feel bad for it. You know, it's like this character does not
Yeah.
deserve much of a slender
I have
from
to
me.
say, whenever I see the list, right? Supreme has I at 20 and Kasumi at 21. What was the deal breaker there? Was
Yeah, listen, man. Like I said earlier, near the middle, especially like 10 to 23, is just like it's just a mixed bag. Like really, any of them could be interchangeable. Honestly, there's no concrete. But Kasumi, I kind of have the same vibe as Fallen. Like I don't hate her. I kind of think they overdid the pranking, like the little trickster aspect just a little bit in the show. It's not as bad in the
the game?
in the game, but and I really do like, yeah, like Lid said, I really like her interactions with Shizuku a lot.
Yeah, same.
That brings her up pretty high for me, and I don't even have Shizuku that high, I don't think.
Pretty high,
But
and then you're looking at the 21.
yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of either of the characters, but I like them together, if that makes any sense.
The banter. It's the banter that
So
gets you.
yeah. They
Yeah.
make each other better basically when they're together.
All
I do
right.
feel bad though that she's that low.
Yeah.
I did spoil it earlier. The next character is I. She is ranked 18, tied with Maki. So, Fallen, you have her the highest. Would you like to talk a little bit about I?
This was like 70% influenced by one of my friends, because we talk a lot. We are like very, very close friends with each other. He's like one of the few people who stuck through me in this fandom or community, as you can say. And he keeps sending me I. And you know, as much as I was annoyed at first, and I was like, okay, you know
He's
what,
sending you I.
you know, like he keep
It's
like
the letter I.
anything related to I gifs, I emotes, I pictures. He spams me with those shit, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'll retake a look at this character and see how it goes, and I'm okay with that. I think I kind of liked it, so yeah, that's why
So,
it's at
you're
10.
the one who likes I the most, and you were basically bribed into liking her.
Yeah,
It sounds like how they make sleeper agents.
yes.
Lid, how do you feel about the character?
I she didn't have like a standing out moment for me, but I don't not like her. I think she had like a lot of potential, but I just never looked into her. But like before I started Nijigasaki, she was like a top 3, I think. Like, but she just doesn't have anything outstanding for me to rank her higher.
Mm. Yeah, that happens a lot with the mid tiers, I think. I kind of have her a little bit lower, but I feel the same way. Like the potential is definitely there. I'd definitely like to see more of the character, and I could definitely see her on this list being one of the characters who could easily break top 10 in like a year
Yeah.
from now.
Mm-hmm.
She's
But
got a wonderful personality.
yeah, definitely. And the personality, I think, is why I do have her so high. But I could definitely see her going up for sure.
So high, yeah. I don't have much to add on to that. Just not a lot going on with this character. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. When you have a show this big, you don't need everyone to have some trauma or some battle to fight. It's good to have people who are just here to be friends and have fun, but makes them very low on the tier list.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Next character is Maki. Fallen, you again.
All
Big
right.
Mac.
I
Big
don't know
Mac.
why
Mac
you
and Knack.
Lid and Supreme. I have no idea why you put that so bloody high, man. Jesus Christ.
You have her at 3. I have her
Yeah,
at
this is another
10.
polarizing one.
Supreme and Lid have her at the bottom at 26 and 27 respectively.
Oh my god, man.
Where she belongs.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so
Right next to Nozomi in the dumpster, dude.
This one I feel like we're gonna start a fight over when we get to you two.
no. This is opinions, okay? We opinions. We respectfully respect each other's opinions. I have no comments
Dude, that's
against any.
fucking illegal. Get out of my fandom. How dare you?
Damn it! I'm gonna get
I'm expecting
cancelled.
someone to just say something and just leave the Discord call.
Someone's gonna cancel me overnight. All right. Anyways, I kind of like Maki because number one, she's pretty. Number two, she has a nice voice. Number three, I think I really like her in the anime, the way she reacts to everything and the way she like acts out the stuff in the anime. That's all I can say. I think
In the
that's
anime,
really
she does a lot of like detective-y type things, which is cool.
yeah. And then I think her tsundere personality is kind of nice to see too because I have not seen a lot of tsunderes in my life at all. So maybe this was like a fresh experience. Maybe next time, who knows?
I will say Maki was probably one of the first tsundere characters that I really liked. For me, what really I have her at 10 by the way, but she could easily be frankly like in my like top 5, top 3 even. So like for my Muse girl, she's number 4 and my top 3 is I guess I shouldn't spoil that. But yeah, genuinely, I like that she is a character who is aware of her flaws, but still sort of flaunts herself and holds herself in high regard, right? She's this character with a lot of attitude, and watching the anime, I think it's really easy to think she's a little full of herself, but that's kind of the point, is that it's sort of like an act, right? And I like that. I think there's a lot of depth to this character, and they did a really good job in the anime displaying this depth of character and this difference of like, oh, she respects people like Hanukkah who can be honest with themselves and talk about themselves emotionally while still being super talented at piano, right? And having these aspects of herself that she can be proud of. It's a very well made character, and I like her a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fair play. Fair play. I'm curious to see what Lid has to say first, actually, because I did not expect her to be this low for you, Lid.
You were ready to fight the battle alone.
Yeah, I was honestly.
I don't like tsunderes in general. I don't think they're very good. Like, it's not good character to me. I don't like just the whole like.
You don't like people who
what-
struggle with their emotions?
No,
Wow,
that
you're
ain't it.
toxic. How dare.
couldn't be me.
You have to be emotionally stable, or you're going in the bottom of the tier list.
Honestly, dude. Yeah, I don't like that whole like thing she
Maki
does.
is
and,
kind
like,
of, when you think about it, the exact opposite of Yo Watanabe is she.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm not a huge Sundari fan, and that drags it down really hard for me. I kind of get what you're saying, Dias, where there's like depth to the character and all that, but the way when I was watching the show, especially the first and second watch throughs of it, I was just like, all I was thinking was, I don't like too cool for school, like better than you, full of yourself characters, and so
Yeah.
yeah. Ever since then, she's been bottom of my list forever, and she has barely moved since then.
How did you feel about her when she first interacted with Hanukkah? Do you remember?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it
Ah.
was during the piano room.
Yeah,
piano
she's
room.
playing
Oh,
piano
yeah.
and she's trying to look all cool and she's trying to be all proper, and Hanukkah just like bulldozes past that and she breaks like really hard for a
You
moment.
see, I'm Honoka in that scenario, so I'm like, yeah, get him. So yeah,
I think
not a
but,
huge
like,
fan.
genuinely, that was like the first moment of the show, and it's like, so this character, like, she's not as well put together. Anyways,
Yep.
we'll move on. Rico 17. Oh, we got the Rico Maki. Plaz will be happy
Piano
about
players
that.
back to back.
All right, so we start with
So
Supreme.
yeah,
Why is it
I
a
guess you
five?
could start with me. Rico, this high, I feel like my opinions on Riko change a lot.
Oh
But
God.
like some weeks I have
That's
her.
not what you want to hear as a Rico fan. He's like, the guy who likes her the most. Isn't
No,
true.
no, no. It's not that. Like I would definitely have her top 10 all the time, but she fluctuates a lot between being, kind of mid-tier on my tier list and then kind of top tier on my tier list. So, I think I've I've firmly planted her at like number 5 cuz I do genuinely like
I
her
will say, if you had her
story.
one lower, she would be tied at 18 with Maki and I.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she's up here then. I'm glad I chose 5 if that's the case. She doesn't deserve to be that low. Anyways, I really like her. I really like her personality. I really like, kind of for the same reasons as Chica. She like cheers people up a lot. Mostly Chica when she's like suicidal in the anime. She's like, "Come on, Chica, everything's not all doom and gloom." But her singing voice is phenomenal. Uh, she's really like with the whole. She's not sure if she wants to be a school idol at the beginning, and she kind of goes through the oh man, is this really what I want to do with my hobbies and so on and so forth. It's really like interesting to watch in the show,
Hmm.
and I know a lot of people think she's pretty bland, but I don't
Oh,
know.
don't
I
worry.
personally
You
really
don't
like
have
that.
to. You don't have to do that part. Me and Vaughn will handle that for you. But
Yeah, no
before
kidding,
then,
right? I'm
Lid, how
kind
do
of
you feel
surprised
about this
Lid has
character?
her. Yeah, like I'm surprised Lid has her at 12, considering your pedigree.
The
Yeah,
biggest ship.
she's like one of those characters, again, kind of like Kasumi. Like, she probably could be lower, but the fact that I pair her with Yo, it brings her up so high. Like, to me, the whole, like, oh, I'm insecure stuff, like, I don't like that. I don't like characters like that in general.
Mhm.
But again, I pair her with Yo, so she gets ranked
Yeah.
up to 12. She could be a top 10 if I'm on a good day.
You're like she's insecure and Yo makes her secure, so that makes her 14.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess we should talk a little bit about that. This is your favorite ship, Yo and Rico. What is it about
They're so
Rico that
cute.
fits with Yo so well?
I just like the fact that they're kind of like, again, like Rico has a whole insecure thing, but in a way Yo does as well. So
Ooh.
it's kind of like, it's like they can relate on that.
But I thought insecure characters, Lid, they're not good for you. What's
Well, I
now
mean,
you're
if
telling
they
me
hide
they're
it more
good?
often,
What's the deciding factor
they just
here?
they gotta hide it more. Okay,
Oh,
Yo hides it
okay.
better.
You're
That's
breaking the
fair,
Rico
rule,
does.
actually.
Fivers, right
Yeah.
now.
I'm gonna cut Fallen a little bit here. I think Rico's biggest problem is that she's like on screen, not that fun to listen to for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy her sections and her episodes. Not necessarily because she's an uninteresting character. She is, but I just find her a little boring to listen to and drone on.
Oh, you're saying she basically has too much dialogue? Like she's
Yeah,
on
and like
screen
she's not
far
even
more than she
saying that
needs to
much
be.
with it, right? She's kind
That's
of
that's fair,
repeating herself.
honestly. That's fair.
Fallen.
All right, Fallen.
Okay, wait. Let me see my tier list. Okay, it's 22.
You're 22, yeah. You have her tied with Nico or Yoshiko.
That's Yoshiko. Yeah. Where am I supposed to start? God damn it. All right. As what you all said earlier, character bland. Yeah, very bland. I don't really like her in the anime. Don't have anything much interesting. And the most controversial thing that I'm about to say, some people ruin it for me.
Oh, so
Oh,
it's the community that's
Oh,
like affecting your opinion on this one?
Pretty much, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, you will
Where does the
see.
That's a new
community
one.
rank Rico? I actually don't know.
Yeah, you will see why my U is also not that high. Also, to be honest.
All right, I guess we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Rena, number 4. Oh, we have a three-way tie for 14.
Yeah, I guess we'll just
wow.
we'll just go in order essentially.
Alphabetical, yeah. So we have Nico, Yoshiko, and Rena, and then I guess that's where we'll stop for today, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
That would be
sure.
the halfway point. So then the next time we'll do top 15.
Top
All right.
14.
Rena is one. I'm sorry, Lid. We'll let you go first.
Oh, she's top 4. She's just so cute. Like
Top
her,
4.
I loved. Yeah, I loved her episode in the anime. I thought it was like amazing. I love her stories in the game. I think those are amazing. I love her songs. They're really great. She is really close to Shizuku, like in taking over her top spot because I didn't like her that much. Like, I don't know, she's just really great to me.
People are like, what? She rated Shizuku high?
Yeah, what?
She's
So unheard
very
of.
she's very unique, I think, which adds a lot
Yeah.
to her character. I have her like kind of mid tier, but kind of high tier. Like she's just on the cusp of top 10 at 13, and that's like for a lot of reasons the same as Lid. Like she's super cute. She's super her stuff with I as well in the show is like really like heartwarming. It's some of my favorite content in the show so far, actually. And yeah, no, she's just overall like a very unique and interesting character. I could honestly see her very similarly to I, like being top 10 probably by next year if I continue to like them as much as I have.
Yeah, so for me, I have her kind of low at 19. I will say that I vibe really well with Lid, and she's just like a cute girl, right? But also like, and I think this is gonna come up when we talk about Shizuku as well. I have a hard time justifying my like for her, if that makes sense. Because when you're putting characters on a tier list, you're like, okay, where does this character go? And you try to like sum it up in your head, like, okay, well, she has these pros, these cons, and really, I just don't. She didn't land for me, unfortunately. I know for some people, Xenon, she's landed really, really well, and she's their favorite character, right? Um, but for me, like her downsides, while they're interesting and her character is interesting, it's just like not hitting me that hard, you know?
I'm actually curious to see what Fallen has to say because
this is
second last.
28. Chica was Fallen's worst girl, and now we have 27, the second worst girl.
Is it the voice, Fallen?
It's about how did I say? It's just because
oh my
like
god,
she
I thought
puts
Fallen was fucking asleep for a second.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, well, we're moving on. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, it's very weird for me to see someone put a mask on. It's very, very weird.
Oh, you don't like
Yeah.
the gimmick? Really?
I don't really like the gimmick. Yeah, you can say I really don't
I
like the
thought
gimmick.
that was like one of the most interesting parts of her, to be honest.
It is, but for
It
me,
helps her
I think
stand out.
yeah,
a
it
lot.
helps us stand out really. You know. Anyway, it's just
Apparently not in a good way.
no, it's not like I hate her. It's not like I dislike her. It's just that I feel that she's weird to me. She like putting on a mask. I know I get it. That's like because she's shy. She's not really good with emotions and well. But you see how they did that with like Maki.
Well, I think like the thing is, and why she gels so well with a lot of people is because of the mask thing and the fact that she can't show emotions in her face. Her expression doesn't change well, right?
Oh yeah,
and she
that's true.
found
That's
this
true.
sort of very creative workaround for her. You know, I don't want to say like disability because I don't really know what it is. But
It's not really a
it feels very
disability.
much like a disability, right?
I don't really think it's called a disability, to be honest. It's just more
I
like
don't actually know what it is. Did they say in the show?
I thought it was just fear, right? Like anxiety.
it's just like a face mask. That's all I can say. And I don't really vibe with her as much as I don't hate her or I don't dislike
one
her.
fun fact about Rina. In the game, her voice has like ups and downs. Like it'll change and it'll waver with emotion. In the anime, as far as I can tell, her voice doesn't change. She's very monotone. And I'm curious what at like Sunrise or whoever's doing the Niji anime, what was the decision there? Like was that like a conscious thing where they were like, oh, we want to standardize her and make her stand out a little more as this flat character, or if that was like an accident?
Yeah, you see in the anime, right? In the game, Rina was introduced with a board. But in the game, yeah, in the anime, Rina was introduced without a board. So that kind of makes me feel like
it is a
what's
huge
going
difference,
on, man?
definitely.
I mean, like, I rather they follow the anime story because it looks better. It shows more progress of how Rina like gets to open up instead of just like showing off the board straight away on the first episode. And I'm like,
that is true. Yeah,
I would like that.
Yeah, I like anime Rina like way better for sure.
We're definitely in the middle of the pack now. Yoshiko is dead center, number 14 tied. Supreme, when you start us off?
Yeah, due to some polarizing ratings here.
A lot of these are very polarizing. It kind of like, it really wakes you up looking at Ruby's one where it's like 20, 18, 25, 18. Those aren't necessarily low on their own. It's just that a lot of these are very polarized, and some people like them, some people don't.
Well, and then when you get to mid tier too, like you have like 2 people who rate them high, and then two
Two
people who
people
rate them really
rate them
low,
low.
basically. So, and then like top tier is just like everybody just rated them high. So,
Seems that way.
yeah, with Yoshiko, I have the moral quandary of like, is Yoshiko number 2? Is Yoshiko number 6? I don't know. Like, it's so hard to rate my top like 2 to 10. But I guess I have her at number 3 right now, and it's because I really like how unique she is, and I really like her design. Like, everything about her just screams like fun to me. Her interactions with like all of the characters are amazing. They all generally like either vibe with her or like poke fun at her. It's just a good time like all around every time she's on screen or doing anything with anyone really. So I could not justify putting her like any lower than top 3.
That's good to know. So for me, I'm a huge fan of like when social outcast can be done really well, right? Yoshiko very much like isolates herself out of fear in the first couple Sunshine episodes because she knows she's kind of a dork, right? And she has these issues, and I like that like she has this thing that she can't get over, and it's not treated like she'll get over it eventually. It's just like, oh, this is who she is. I love that aspect of her. Uh, I'm looking at it now. I'm like, oh, I don't actually have her that high at 15, but 15 is like right in the middle, isn't
It's
it?
pretty solid, like cusp of top tier basically.
I find her a lot of fun. I want her to have more interactions with like sporty characters because I love that sort of almost like Genki and Tsundere dynamic that Hanamaki has going on, right? Where it's like a character who is somewhat insecure and like has all these like problems, and then you have Yo, who is a bulldozer of sunshine and rainbows, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, is a very
Yeah.
nice character. Her episode, by the way, is one of my favorites. The
Oh yeah,
sunshine. I
that
think
one's
it's episode
amazing.
5.
Oh my god, that episode! Oh Jesus! Which
It's
episode?
so
Wait,
good.
It's so
season
good.
1 or season
The
And
2?
I
moment
specifically
Season 1 or
love
season
too
2?
like
season 1.
season 1.
Okay, that's better. Okay, because
Yeah.
you know what
It's
happened to season 2. Just
The
yeah.
Rico
No,
one,
I know the
yeah.
one you're talking about.
We don't talk about the Rico one. Actually, I like
No,
that one, but
the
let's
one
not
where
talk about
because
it.
it's even better too. Specifically, just to touch on this a little bit more, because like she has the whole fallen angel thing, but she acknowledges that it's not real,
yeah.
and is okay with
the
that.
first time. Do you remember the first time where she says it though? Well, the first time she says it is in the club room, but
Yeah.
the first time where she's like, there's like this one really emotional moment. I guess it's not the first time, but there's this moment on the dock, and like you get the orange light going on. She does this cute little turnaround. She's like, thanks for playing along with me,
Oh yeah.
guys.
That
I'm
was the
going home."
episode. That was
Yes.
the episode
Oh.
5,
Yeah,
and that
that
was
was
episode
nice.
5. Yeah,
That
I
hit
like
me
that.
so hard,
I really
right?
like that.
Yeah.
Like, god damn, I'm like ready
It's
to
so
cry
good.
thinking about it, man. Like that's
That episode
such
is
a
so well
powerful
written.
moment.
I like
Yep.
that a lot. Yeah, me too.
All right, Fallen, tell me all the reasons why this character sucks.
uh, like almost every other character that I've rated quite low, she doesn't stand out to me as much as the others. I don't know. Maybe my way of standing out is different from everyone. Do not cancel me, please. Just feel that it's just that I feel my way of standing out is different from everyone. I stand out more on emotions than gimmicks. So it's more like, if you really have an emotional hit back, that's a plus for me. And like I said earlier too, the community ruined it for me.
That's a good reason to not like a character, honestly. Like if they have more gimmick moments than emotional moments, that's actually rather interesting.
Yeah.
Lid?
I think I was having a bad Yoshiko day that day, honestly. I don't think she was that bad.
All right, Yoshiko's moving up. She's number
Dang.
what? 2,
It's
3?
weird.
How do you feel?
Oh no, definitely not that. Again, the whole thing, like her and Hanamaru, I definitely love that. But between the two, she is my least favorite. I honestly, if I were to redo this, I'd probably put her I definitely put her above like Kanata, maybe like top 15.
Yeah, so for
Maybe
reference,
16.
I think we did these like 3 weeks ago at this point.
It was during my
We made-
hospitalized.
yeah.
It was like February 19 or 18 there.
Yeah.
I remember that
Yes.
because it was my
So like
hospitalization.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
That was not a Yoshiko month. I'll say that.
Dang. Well, and
I
it
don't
goes
know
to
why I
show
ranked her
too.
that low.
All
It goes to
right.
show how like fluctuating these tier lists can be, right? Like
Yeah.
from week to week.
Oh yeah, I think as
Yeah.
well. There's kind of not a lot being said with a lot of these characters, which is just a little disappointing, right? Because we just don't feel very strongly on them.
Mhm.
It's
Well, that happens a lot
natural.
with bottom and mid tier, right? Like a lot of
Yeah,
the reasons why people don't like characters are just like it could be as simple as,
y-
well,
you
they
never
don't really
thought
have
about
anything
it.
for me or whatever, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these things you don't think about them actively when you're watching a show or when you're, uh, watching a live or something. You when you're thinking about them, you have to really have a lot to consider, and it can be really difficult, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. True.
Well, and there's a lot of stuff to take into account as well. Like I know we said we're not going to take voices or whatever into account pretty early
Well, you
on,
can.
but
We're not saying you can. It's
oh
just that
no, and
we
I
don't.
definitely have been, but it's one of those things, right, where it's like there's so much to kind of delve into or not delve into, honestly. Like if you have somebody at 25 and you don't really have a good reason why, it's just
It's
that could
hard,
be your reason why,
definitely.
right?
Hmm. Well, this one we have a surprisingly stable opinion on this one. Yazawa Nico, one of the more eccentric members of Muse, I feel like. 14. Lid, you want to start us off?
I shall. Actually, I used to really like Nico. Like, she used to be my favorite girl. She like got me into everything. But
How
I
did
don't
you
know. It's
get
like
into Love Live?
how was it was like that rap battle with Nico and Natsuki from Doki Doki Literature Club
Oh my god.
that started it all.
That gave me
But
whiplash just now.
I'm the same. I
yeah,
started with the meme. The freaking Nico Ni got clipped, put it on YouTube. I watched it. I was like, huh, I gotta check out this show.
yeah, like she definitely. It's like because she's like the starter, you can't not like her.
I don't know.
Like I don't know something
I
about
found
her.
her somewhere else. It's weirder than any guys expect. I think I said this before. Do you guys know Bijou Mike or something?
Bijou Mai. I don't think
I
so.
can't say I do.
Okay, now you know
Mm-mm.
there's this video called Nico Yazawa versus Natsuki Red.
Yeah. That's the video Lid's talking about.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's me. So I went in that, and then I saw it and I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, just give that a try.
So
I
she
can't believe
brought
all
3
three
of
of you
us
started
to
on
Love
Nico.
Live. Hold on, Supreme. How did you get into this fandom?
I think I've said this on a podcast before, but
You have
I
definitely.
I saw Hentai of Honoka on Facebook,
Oh
and I was like,
yeah.
that girl's pretty cute.
Oh,
What show is she from? And then someone was like, they're from this show, and then I watched the show.
okay.
It was hentai.
I
You
I
didn't mention that last time.
You did not tell me this. I feel like we got a different origin story last time.
No, no,
Hold
no.
on.
True?
It was the same thing.
No,
It was
yeah.
Hanukkah. A cute picture. You said a cute picture
Was
of
it a
No,
Hanukkah.
you
cute
said
You
a
picture of
didn't
cute.
say it was
Hanukkah?
I don't
hentai.
Maybe it
remember you
was a
said.
cute picture of
I don't
Hanukkah.
remember you said hentai. That's all.
I would remember if you said hentai, definitely.
Okay, I might be misremembering then. It might have just been a normal ass picture of Hanukkah.
Hanaka's pretty cute, not gonna lie.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know
she
what? You
is.
know what? Yeah, it was a normal picture because it was in a group called Waifu Hell. And it was just basically this Facebook group where people
When
would
you saw the
post
cute
pictures of
picture,
cute
did you
anime women.
immediately look up her hentai?
Not immediately. I think I
Good
watched the
question.
show
It
first.
was fresh enough to affect your memories, I see.
I mean, apparently it's fresh enough now to affect my memory. Let me tell you. Um, Back on track though with Nico. I kind of am in the same boat as you guys. I actually am the reverse of Lid. I had her super low because when I first got in, I thought the Nico Ni thing was really fucking annoying. But ever since then, I kind of realized that was a kind of an irrational reason to hate her, and the community, like people I know who like Nico and have like talked about her and have written her, have kind of turned me around on the character like pretty hard.
I will say, she's got a lot of haters.
She
Really?
does.
I didn't know that.
There's like
She
a
might be the
small group
most.
of the LL community that's just like Nico is the worst character and no one should like her.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like it's a lot of like. She might be the most polarizing character
And it's a
in the
damn shame,
show.
right? Because she has so many good points. I love the familial aspect, right? And this idea that like she tried hard for 3 years to make her dream work and just couldn't because she didn't know how but she kept trying anyways, right? That's like really endearing stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously the fucking little girls are adorable, and their relationship to her as a big sister. It also makes her like extremely shippable, right? Like she's the
Mm-hmm.
perfect housewife and all this. It's great.
Fallen, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I just put her at 16 because like she's not as. I feel
She's
that she's
also
a.
probably looking at it the strongest
Dice,
tsundere
shut the hell up,
character.
you fuck.
I know, I know. I was thinking I'm gonna interrupt Fallen here, but I had to get this out.
You fucker. No, let him speak.
Get this out. Get this out. Like, what are you trying to say?
I think she's probably more of a tsundere than Maki.
Oh really?
If I were
Think
to like
so?
stack them up against one another.
I think both of them like are equal tsunderes. I guess
Mm.
it really is. That's why a lot of people
Eh,
ship them together.
Okay, I'm
Mm.
sorry, Fallen. How do you feel about Nico?
I feel that she's normal. I guess like besides that Nico Ni thing, I feel that she's like a normal student who
You
just wants.
mentioned that she got you into the
Yeah.
fandom.
Yeah.
Do you remember like what that was like?
I was like, who is this Nico Ni? Because she was so flat chest, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'll go check her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rob. I didn't mean to say this. Okay, it was just like that got my attention real well with the Nico Ni and the flat chair. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna
oh my
check that out.
god.
I'm gonna check the anime out. What's that anime called? Love Life. Okay, yeah. So you know what? I just go with. I mean, her personality's not that bad either, but I wouldn't say she's the top for me. Yeah, but in no way do I hate her. No way do I dislike her. Again,
Do
do
you
not cancel me
remember
from
the
my.
episode where she steals Hanukkah's burger?
Yeah. That was let me think. That was episode 5. Episode 5.
Yeah, I
That was
think so.
episode 5. Yeah. No, I
Four or
can.
five, yeah.
Yeah, she's
It
very unique as well,
it
and
was
that's why I kind of
yeah.
had her in mid tier, right
Yeah,
with
I feel
Yoshiko.
that she's not really like supposed to be at low tier because she has some points to herself that's really nice that I like. It isn't supposed to be like in the 20th points there, so I put her at 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we all kind of had her in mid based on like she's pretty good, she's iconic, she's probably one of the most important characters in Love Live, but like none of us have really anything to hate about her or insanely love about her, and so she kind of ended up in the middle.
I think she's got a lot to love, definitely.
She
Beyond being a
does.
meme status, I think she's got a lot of like good points. It's just that other characters are higher, right?
Yeah,
Indeed,
They
yeah.
have better points.
But definitely, like we're getting
more
into the
important
characters that are
points.
like we really like, and that'll be the next podcast.
More
So
important
Wow.
points like a hair loop.
a
That
hair
adds a
loop.
lot of a lot
There's a
of.
hair loop in the horizon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be for next. I guess we could record that next weekend, and then we can release these simultaneously, one by one.
I would like that. I really want to actually talk about these top lists because there's I mean, all of our best girls are coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's
Yeah,
going to be a
we can
lot of
definitely
fun.
go into more depth in the next podcast with the characters we like for sure.
Mm. But okay, let's go through. Let's do a quick review of this. When you look at these tier lists at the bottom, what do you think is like really holding them back? Is there something you think the writers could have done to make them higher?
For which character specifically do you mean?
Well, let's pick one at random. A Yumu. How do you
How
feel?
about this? To close out, we'll each pick one character who we ranked pretty low from the bottom 15 and try to justify making them a little bit higher or something like that.
You mean like what you would change or
Well, isn't that kind of what you asked? Like if they
yeah,
change the writing or whatever,
yeah.
then yeah.
Okay. Since you let us, do you want to lead us off since this was your idea?
Yeah, sure. I can I guess I'll pick Nozomi, right? Cuz I had her in
Nozomi.
dead last. Um honestly, I don't know if there's a way that she could have been like they would have to overhaul the character pretty hard for me to get super invested, I think. Maybe like change the design a little bit. Make her voice actor a better voice actor. I know that's kind of a dumb thing to request, but like
Yeah,
and then
I wouldn't. I quite like
I
her
would just give
voice.
her more to do in the show other than just kind of like being everybody's mom all the time, you know what I mean? That doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I see that. Lid, is there any character that you're like, burning to change this?
Ayumu. I
Ayumi?
just wish so bad they had such potential with her, especially with the anime or the game. Like they made her so amazing, but that anime just like shot her down so hard. And I just feel like maybe if they would have kept that track like in the anime, like Yu is overworking herself and Ayumu just cares so much that she gets in her business so much. That's why like they like kind of had their like fallout. But the fact
Yeah,
that it was her
they
being
don't really do
jealous,
that in the anime, do they? I didn't
Mhm.
notice that.
nah. And with her being jealous, it just ruins it like entirely for me. She's no yandere or anything, but like the whole insecurity thing, again, I hate it. I don't like it. So I would change that
Yeah, I
about
was
her.
gonna say, I know Ayumu fans really, really hate the yandere slash jealous line of thinking because it's a little different than that, right?
Yeah, like her game, like perfect. Anime, terrible. That doesn't exist.
Yeah. You're like, you did this right once, just do that again.
Yeah, like it's not hard to ask.
Fallen, how you doing?
Okay, so basically I would change Chica.
Oh,
I really like her songs a lot. I really like in this case I would say I really like her singing a lot. I really like her songs a lot. It's just that her character is just too much of an anime protagonist that it's just so bland about it. I do hope they did I do hope they will at least change a bit about it if they were to go back at it. Change a bit, you know, it's not so much so that she won't end up at 28.
Maybe if they made the show less Chica focused. I know it's kind of dumb to say about the show that's
yeah,
just the main
I don't
protagonist, but
necessarily agree with that.
I agree with Dias. Like I think she's a huge part to the show, but I
Yeah,
can
she
see what you mean by it. She is very anime.
yeah, it's just yeah, I mean yeah, that's all I have to say really.
Dias,
All
what about
right.
you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of going back and forth between I and Nozomi. So for Nozomi, I don't have a lot to say. I just don't want her to be a groper. I just find that aspect of the show and the aspect of her character really boring. Not even boring, but kind of gross. With I though, I'm trying to think what could you have done to make I more interesting to me. And I'm looking up and I'm seeing this Ohara Mari, and I'm like, yeah, she could have been a
Yes.
little bit more Mari-esque in her impact on the show. Where like, I think what makes Mari a really interesting character, and this is spoilers for next week, but it's like she has a lot of sides to her. She's not just being eccentric for the sake of being eccentric. And I think just having a little bit more to her would have been nice, whether it be, I don't know, some relationship with a sister, or it's
Mm.
like, hey, she has some insecurity, right? She's a very one note character, and I
It
know that's why people like her, right? It's like, oh, she doesn't have a lot of problems. She's just a sunny, friendly girl. But for
it's
me
interesting that
personally,
you
I would have
mentioned
liked
that,
it more.
Dias. Because
Yeah.
I've had similar thoughts where I'm just like she kind of just seems like Mari, but without the insanely depth of character.
Hmm.
So I kind of agree that that would be a good change if they just kind of gave her something to latch on to, like a character that would just help her get a little higher, like build a little more into that.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, if there's like a smidgen of difference between this character who's happy and has all these like cute gimmicks to her and this genuinely really interesting, really well made inspiration and heart of the group, right? And that difference is not very like big.
It's like they were scared of making Mari 2. So they didn't want they like no, we can't just make another peppy
Her
blonde girl. We
interactions
have to
with
kind of
Rina
dial
are
it
so
back.
powerful. But okay,
Yeah.
I've dragged on enough, and I think all of us are sort of ready to go to sleep. So
Yeah. It's what 1 cent Eastern right now.
yeah, be like
Lid's
that
gonna need a
sometimes.
couple Diet Cokes probably, I would imagine.
Oh god, I'm done for in the morning.
Yeah. All right, this has been good.
This has been fun. Come back in presumably the next video where we talk about the ones we actually have a lot of thoughts about and definitely put more time into.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Fallen, do the outro.
all
Do
right
we have an outro?
yeah, it's just called thank you, then goodbye, and now yeah, get the hell out.